So just because I moved doesn't mean the nonsense stopped. Doesn't mean the bullshit.
Nonsense stops for nothing.
Nonsense stops for nothing. We've got
As worth of nonsense.
What?
2 weeks worth of nonsense.
Yes, we do. So, with that in mind, let's get that intro rolling. I said, thank you. Each week, Catherine, Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for a little segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? And where are we starting this week? Where, oh where? Oh where? Okay. This has not been a good week, a good few weeks for branding, you may have noticed.
No. I'm a little, like, you know how I love my Pepsi. So, it's been a tough week, because god damn Pepsi.
Pepsi kind of shit the bed, didn't they?
Yeah.
But it wasn't just Pepsi. Do you use, I believe I'm saying this correctly, Nivea skin products?
Not Nivea branded, but Nivea is owned by Unilever, which basically owns almost every body wash or lotion brand there. So probably I use something of theirs. You probably do too.
Well, they
Yeah, they
did a thing. They should not have.
did.
What?
They certainly did.
Did a thing they should not have done. Nivea pulls white purity ad after outcry. Nivea has withdrawn an ad that was branded racist on social media and shared by right-wing groups. The German skincare maker's ad for a deodorant included a picture of a woman with the slogan, "White is purity."
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Beiersdorf, not Unilever, that owns them. But one of those giant conglomerates.
Oh.
Stop.
Fucking autoplay. Oh.
Okay, hitting pause is doing nothing. That's good.
How did they?
How did that get through? Like, I've worked at an ad agency, okay? And these things go through multiple levels of approval, multiple levels of proofing. Like, pretty much by the time an ad goes to print, probably 50% of the people in the company have laid their eyes on it and marked it up with a red pen. So everyone's like, wow, that ad exec. No, like hundreds of people fucked up for this to happen.
And what's even worse is, all right, I know America's had our issues with racism. We still are. But this came from Germany, which we had a really big problem with them about 70 years ago.
Yeah.
With the whole purity thing. Keep it clean, keep bright, don't let anything ruin it.
Like, really? Were you trying? Like, man, we gotta put Pepsi out, man. We gotta jump on that Pepsi grenade for them.
Have you ever seen Dr. Strangelove?
I have not.
This is reminding me of that they were probably at the ad makers at the table are like, I don't know, could this be seen as a problem? Nine, how couldn't this be a problem?
Like,
my Führer, I can walk.
Like, I feel like even a whole panel of stupid white people had to have known. Like, the most tone-deaf white people had to be like,
And yet still.
And we're going to make the image a woman in a white robe, too.
Yeah.
Like, did y'all lose a bet? What happened here?
The company said in a statement, "We are deeply sorry to anyone who may take offense to this specific post. After realizing the post is misleading, it was immediately withdrawn." Y'all.
They did that, and then they did the "we're sorry you're offended" thing.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel apology?
Well, speaking of people who completely lack all awareness, this one comes from the UK, and I mean, if there was like an avatar of "go fuck yourself," if there was just like an incarnate entity that would be your only response to it would be, "Oh, go fuck yourself." Here it is.
We just made that president.
Oh.
I look forward to your comments.
Wealthy residents complain their dialing code doesn't reveal how rich they are.
What?
Wealthy residents of a new £1 million housing complex have complained their telephone dialing code does not reveal how well heeled they are. For years, residents of upmarket Bath in Somerset have enjoyed the 01225 telephone code, whereas 01761 is normally found in more down-at-heel places such as Radstock. But residents who have bought homes in a luxurious development near the city center were dismayed to find their phone numbers start with 01761, not the standard Bath 01225 code.
No.
Local councilor revealed she is now dealing with a number of complaints from new residents who are not happy with their phone number. Councilor June Player said for some the issue is, quote, they've spent money. They want people to know they live in Bath.
Fuck you. This was a thing on Long Island for a while. I mean, not this specific type of thing, but the area code on Long Island for all of Long Island when I was growing up was 516. Somewhere around, I don't remember when, they ran out of numbers with that area code. Mm-hmm. So they introduced the new area code 631. But nobody wanted it because that was the new area code. So, like, everybody who'd lived on Long Island their whole life, when they changed their phone, was like, holy shit, it looks like I just moved here. I look like a noob. And New Yorkers are really itchy about that kind of thing. Like, they did a whole episode of Seinfeld about it, I think. That, like, New Yorkers don't want anybody to know you're a noob or think you're a noob. Like, our cred is very important to us. So nobody wanted the new 631 area code because that was, like, the noob area code. Now nobody gives a fuck.
They did the same thing here in South Carolina, in Charleston. It used to be the entire state was 803, and then Charleston, because it was growing so fast, got 843. And you know what? Nobody gave a shit. It's a phone number.
It's a thing. Nobody wanted that fucking 631, man. Because 516 was the legit. But it wasn't about money. It was actually just weird, dumb pride.
This is kind of, for fuck's sake, man. How spoiled ass rotten do you have to be?
Yeah. Oh my God. People won't know how rich I am. Oh.
Eat a dick.
You know, if you're the kind of person that worries about that, I'm pretty sure everybody knows how rich you are because you're probably really fucking tacky about it.
You know what? You know how phone numbers work? You go to whichever phone provider, they give you a phone number, you're done.
And also now, who even knows anybody's phone number?
This is true.
In my head, it would take a full 5 minutes for me to conjure my husband's phone number because it's saved in here and I never fucking dial it.
I used to be able to remember phone numbers when I was younger.
I used to know everybody's phone number. Now, like, you ask me my sister's phone number and I'm like, speed dial 2?
What do you want?
And I'm still walking around with a Connecticut area code because in the age of cell phones, you just keep your phone number forever. I've been through 5 phones with the same Connecticut area code. I live in New Jersey now.
Grady, you don't even have a phone number. You don't even have a phone number. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining, huh?
Because I don't have a phone number. I need a cell phone, Dad. Sometimes you can't hear me meowing from 3 rooms away.
You want attention? Well, guess what? I still have more stories to do. I can pet you after the stories, okay?
Don't care. Tension.
Okay. Silly beast. Remember when you hated me, huh? Remember when I was the worst thing ever? Remember that?
Remember when you were terrified he was going to hate you forever? When you were super worried that he would never come out of his crate and he would always hate you?
Now he's turned into a little asshole.
No. See, you're talking to the wrong person, though, because I used to have a deaf cat yell at me all day, and I would answer her. Be like, really? That's so interesting. She couldn't fucking hear me. I sang her little songs. Everything a cat does is adorable to me. Like, that cat jumped in bed covered in her own poop, and I didn't get mad at her.
Moving along. So, this still kind of stuns me that this happens. The drug trade apparently relies quite often on the postal service. People ship drugs. They FedEx drugs, they UPS drugs, they UPS drugs. And if anyone who has ever gotten a shipment that is not drugs, just a regular shipment, you know how often that goes completely tits up.
Yeah.
Just never trust any shipment to get where it's supposed to. Just assume shit's going to go wrong.
Or just, I've had Sephora packages stolen off my front step and then returned after whoever took it rooted through and removed all the makeup and left all the skincare in there. Which was hilarious to me because all the skincare stuff was way more expensive than the makeup. But, like, you just, you know, even if you can trust the shipping company, you can't trust your neighbors.
Well, then this happened. Package delivery sends woman to jail. Bono, Arkansas. A Bono woman is now in jail after her package of drugs was delivered to the wrong doorstep.
Oh.
According to the Bono Police Department, a man received a package in the 100 block of Crystal Street, which is hilarious. That is the biggest irony that this was delivered to Crystal Street, because when he opened it, he found 5 pounds of suspected methamphetamine.
So this was a postal worker with a sense of humor.
Police then contacted the suspect, Rosie Snyder, who was supposed to get the package. When she came to the department to get it, she was arrested.
Really? You just trotted down to the police department to pick up your package of meth?
She did.
That seemed like a good idea to you? Did you think they were just going to return it?
Apparently. It's not. It's like one of those, you got to tell me if you're a cop things, you know? It's like, they can't mess with the mail. That's not legal. Actually.
You know what else is not legal? Mailing drugs.
Yes.
Headline's a little misleading here because I was really looking forward to hearing about a woman that got boxed up and shipped to jail.
Why would you ship someone into jail? Wouldn't you ship someone out of jail?
That was going to be the interesting part.
I mean, goddamn.
Like, you went to the cop station to pick up your meth. Excuse me. Yes, I got a call that my shipment of meth went to the wrong address. I'm here to collect it.
Did you think, oh, they didn't open the package, it's fine? They don't do that. That's not a service the cops provide.
If they hadn't opened the package and it was just the wrong address, you'd be hearing from the post office.
Yes.
Not the police.
Anyway. Next story. Oh, for fuck's sake. Everything about this guy is about to make you angry, Tara. I'm gonna warn you.
Oh, good.
Everything about this headline, this picture, everything you're about to see, I
don't have any of my comfort hippos. They're all packed.
Sometimes you just gotta just suck it up and deal. Man in Drunk Lives Matter t-shirt charged with DUI.
Someone makes a Drunk Lives Matter t-shirt.
Check the link.
Oh, and it's a shitty Irish stereotype t-shirt complete with a 4-leaf clover instead of a shamrock.
I told you. Did I not? I told you. I told you.
I mean, which is not to say that, drunk people's lives don't matter. They do, but is that, I don't think that's much of a movement.
Man wearing a t-shirt that says Drunk Lives Matter was charged with DUI by Newville police. Elwood R. Gutschall III.
Well, there's a name.
Elwood R. Gutschall III. So that means
two more of those.
That means there is an Elwood R. Gutschall Sr. and an Elwood R. Gutschall Jr.
That's just not okay.
44.
It's a cycle of abuse is what that is.
Wearing a green St. Patrick's Day t-shirt.
That is not a St. Patrick's Day t-shirt. Go fuck yourself. 1, not all Irish people are drunks. 2, 4-leaf clovers have fuck all to do with St. Patrick's Day. Go to hell.
Was charged March 19th with DUI after police said he committed several traffic violations. His pickup truck was stopped at 12:15 a.m. His blood alcohol level was found to be 0.217%. He's charged with the highest level of DUI, driving under suspension, and traffic violations.
So his license was already suspended, too.
The license was already suspended. So, driving with license suspended, traffic violations, drunk, and the audacity to wear that t-shirt while he did it.
Yeah. They should make him wear that t-shirt in jail.
Oh, that'll go over nicely. 0.217, 20% of his blood was alcohol. I'm not sure that's how that works. Is that how that works?
I think so, yeah. Although, I mean, how far are you going to go in life with a name like Elwood R. Gutschall III?
Elwood R. Gutschall III. He's got the Elwood going for him. It's one of the Blues Brothers, but Gutschall. Gutschall what?
That part, I guess he can't help.
Eh.
Maybe it's Guts Hall.
Yeah, 0.217. That's not like 25% alcohol.
I don't know if that's how it works.
I don't know how that works either.
I've never had my blood alcohol percentage calculated.
I haven't either. I've never had need to. I've never been caught driving drunk. I drove drunk once. Never again.
No. If I have more than 2 drinks, I'm not driving anywhere because I'm fucking lightweight. So
let's move to Australia for this next one. This is another one of those we can't give you people money kind of stories. Because have you ever noticed with some folks I know, I'm like, they have like, they call their $1 million dream. And they're like, I would buy all my friends a house and I cover all their bills. I do all this shit and blah, 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 blah. And then there's the other people who, if you gave them money, they do this kind of shit. Australian rapper skips dinner bill by swimming off.
what?
An Australian rapper called Tupac. Okay, stop.
Really?
Stop right there. Stop right there. An Australian rapper called Tupac.
You can't even get your own thing.
Racked up a large bill in a seafood restaurant before running into the sea to avoid paying. Police set off in hot pursuit on jet skis. The man later claimed he ran to help a friend give birth on the beach.
Sure.
His bill was over $450 US dollars.
That's a lot of seafood. I hope he waited 30 minutes before running into the ocean after eating that much food.
Always wait at least an hour before ditching your check and fleeing into the sea.
Yes. Otherwise, you're just going to vomit it all up, and then what's the point?
Terry Peck has been charged with theft and assault. He later said the lobsters were overcooked. 33-year-old appeared in court on Monday after the incident. He allegedly consumed 2 lobsters, a baby octopus, 21 vodka oyster shots, and, quote, a number of Coronas. Magistrate Joan White said, "Oh God," by himself
Really?
when she granted bail.
They probably have to overcook the lobsters in Australia because, like everything, like all of the wildlife there, they're probably like superpowered death machines and don't boil at under 500 degrees or something. All of the nature there is designed to kill you. Which is also why you shouldn't run into the ocean there. He's lucky he made it out alive.
Yes.
There was like a megalodon just waiting there for him. You don't just run into the ocean in Australia. Jesus Christ.
Even in any circumstance, it was like, was this the plan? It's like, great, I'm going to load up on all this fucking seafood, and then I'm just not going to pay. And here's the smart part. We're going to get away by jumping into the ocean. They can't follow us there. Maritime law.
Like, no matter how much seafood you eat, you're not going to be able to breathe underwater. Did he ever produce his pregnant friend that was giving birth? Or was she a mermaid?
Yeah, you know, if my friend is giving birth on the beach, my first thought is 911 or whatever emergency service they have.
Come inside.
Yeah, not, I'll save her and pull an Aquaman and shit.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck am I going to do? I'm here. I'm covered in all kinds of gross seaweed shit, but I'm here. I'm going to deliver the baby. This is sanitary.
I mean, water delivery is popular. I feel like it should be sterile water.
Last one for tonight. Do you remember that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, Catch Me If You Can?
Yes, the one where he played a con artist.
Oh, that one you've seen.
I haven't. I just know it.
You just know it. Okay, well.
Did that have Tom Hanks?
Yes, it did. Yeah. Good movie, actually. I enjoyed it. Well, it was a fun movie. I liked that movie. And while it was based on a true story, it was also set about, 30, 40 years ago. Like it was 60s. Yeah. Not a good idea to try it in the 21st century. Man posing as crew member busted at JFK Airport with $85,000 worth of cocaine.
Wow.
In suitcase. Jamaica, New York. The traveler may have been inspired by Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can, but fortunately, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers at New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport have seen this movie before. Officers intercepted passenger Mario Hudson, citizen of Jamaica, March 27, as he was arriving from Kingston, Jamaica. Hudson was dressed in what appeared to be a pilot's uniform and claimed he was a deadheading crew member. During the baggage inspection, CPB officers discovered that Hudson had what appeared to be 2 fraudulent Delta Airlines ID badges. During the examination of Hudson's luggage, officers noted the sides and bottoms appeared to be unusually thick and heavy. Escorted to a private search room, which is the glove snap room, where suitcases were probed, revealing a white powder that tested positive for cocaine.
That is an audacious amount of cocaine.
It's a lot. He thought, I can't believe. Okay.
Like, if you have that amount of money in cocaine, you probably could have just bought a ticket. And I'm not saying that would have gone better because I don't know for sure that it would. But you wouldn't have the double whammy of having impersonated a pilot. Like, they might not have really looked that closely at you if you were just another fucking asshole getting on the plane. instead of the fucking asshole claiming he was flying the plane.
Yeah, because it's when Catch Me If You Can is based on a real story, and when that guy did it, how you forged stuff was you just made really impressive looking things, and people fell for it. In the
electronic files, the airport wasn't like the border to a new country.
Yeah, and in the 21st century, if you make a very impressive looking fake, they'll scan it with the computer and the shit won't work. I mean, I just imagine this poor bastard for days just slaving over his recreation IDs and the pilot's outfits. This is foolproof. They'll never catch me. I'm so smart. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking Hi, officer.
Like, you might have gotten away with it had you not drawn their attention. Why would you draw attention to yourself that way? You know? Why, yes, I am a pilot.
No, because that's just you're supposed to try to be inconspicuous, you jackass.
The idea is that they should never look twice at you.
Someone is
$7,000 or $85,000 worth of cocaine.
He is a terrible drug mule. You are just the worst. The worst.
Worst. We've seen some bad ones.
Okay, yeah, but
We've seen drug mules that had cocaine explode inside their breast implants and that just taped it to their legs under their pants. And
this guy though, this I think this is our first cosplay drug mule we've ever seen. That's a new twist.
yeah.
85. Goddamn, dude. You don't. I guess the first thing we've learned this week is don't get fancy with this shit.
Yeah.
Don't.
You got to keep the con just small enough.
Don't get cute with it. Just, you know.
I feel like we've also learned that money will buy you neither intelligence nor class.
No.
Because that 85 grand in coke didn't buy him the smarts to pull this off, or those assholes in Bath the class to not need a fancy phone number.
God damn. It's like if you have to tell someone you're a nice guy, you're not a nice guy. If you have to have a phone number to prove you're rich, you might be rich, but you're still an asshole.
What I actually learned working in like the highfalutin, fancy luxury makeup industry was the chicks that like constantly wanted you kissing their ass were the ones that were like low tier rich. Like, don't you know who I am? Do you know what my husband does?
Oh, okay. So,
They were like the low tier nouveau riche. I had like basketball wives who were my customers, who were lovely, never gave me any shit, would throw down 2 grand at a pop. Like, oh, you have this product and I will take all of them. And they didn't need you to know how rich they were because they didn't need you to know. It's the chicks whose husbands like just hit that 6-figure. Yeah.
we've learned that we've learned that adding dive to the dine and dash does not offer you a foolproof escape.
Dine and Dive does have a nice ring to it.
Dine and dive, yeah.
Maybe that can be Guy Fieri's new show. Maybe he'll drown.
We've learned, if you have some sort of substance abuse problem to the point they've taken away your license, maybe wearing a comically ironic t-shirt proclaiming your substance abuse problem will come back to haunt you at some point.
Yes, snaps for self-awareness.
We've learned if your drug shipment doesn't arrive and you get a call from the cops about it, let it go. Because my friend, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's not. Just let that. Is this your package? Oh no, I've never. What package?
No
What?
good is going to come from that.
No, just let it go. And finally this week we've learned. Jesus Christ.
Dive, dine, dash, dive, and dodge.
we finally we've learned. Maybe you should now inside from a 14. We used to say you should run all this shit by a 14-year-old, but now with all the fucking alt-right rise of
like a panel. You need like a 14-year-old. You need a panel of ethnically diverse, multi-sexual 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
So that they can, if they giggle at it, throw it away.
Yeah.
One of them is like, that's fucked up. Just throw it away. If they're like, that's racist, that's sexist, just, you need a panel. You need a little Colors of Benetton panel. Nobody in the audience gets that because they're too young.
Too young. How is it that we have these kids now? Hi, Grady.
Oh, Grady.
How is it we have these kids now who seem to have more grasp of society than people running the fucking society?
Because the people running society are used to not having to give a fuck. The whole giving a fuck about people's feelings thing is pretty recent. Or I should say giving a fuck about like non-white straight people's feelings. That's pretty recent. So the people that are still running shit have never had to do that, and they're really offended that they have to.
What do you think? Huh? What do you think?
Oh, I think they're assholes. You should feed me.